everybody, it's me, Stacey, here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and it's time for Saturday with Stacey, YouTube number 145. It is about 8 p.m. sunny California time. It's no longer sunny, and this is a little late for me to be starting a YouTube. Usually I'm trying to wrap it up by now so I can get downstairs and start loading it. But I touched a button on my camera, my video camera. Don't know which button I pushed and can't figure it out. And I have spent about an hour or more, I don't want to admit that, trying to figure out what button I pushed and how to unpush it. So right now there's this little box and I have this little viewfinder that I can kind of see, and I can see this box following me and it's driving me crazy. But I am an older and wiser Stacey, and I am able to concede defeat. The video camera has won. I have given up and given over that box is going to stay there until I probably have my 14-year-old or my 15-year-old son come in, and no doubt within 3 minutes they will have the box all put, it'll be gone, and they're like, what was the problem, Mom? That was so simple. It's like, oh, literally over an hour trying to make this box disappear. So it so reminds me of the remotes, because when I was little, the remote went click, 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 click. There was only like 4 buttons, and it literally went click, click. My dad called it a clicker because it clicked. Not a remote control, a clicker. Today, the remotes have like, 80 different buttons on them. And one time I pushed the output button by accident, and I didn't know how to get it back to input. I could not figure out how, because then it went to like video 4, which was just snow on my screen. Oh my goodness gracious. And it took my child to come and fix it for me. God bless children sometimes. And again, they're at home right now, but if they were here, they're at home doing their homework, right? If they were here, you're doing your homework, James and Michael. If they were here, they would probably have that box gone. So anyway, I'm moving on, and I have admitted that the video camera has got the best of me and that it is in fact indeed smarter than I am. Oh, now that I have let that go and I have got that off my chest, we are ready to move on for today because it is a great YouTube. I have got new product to show you. My new product, Simply Defined. This is the March release of Simply Defined, and the collection is called Blow Out the Candles. So it is a birthday release, but it's got a little more to it, a little something something. Not everything has to be used for birthday. I also have the next must-haves, and if you didn't see the first must-haves that released in January, the ovals, well, stay tuned. I think that you're going to love, love, love my must-haves collection. And there are 6 must-haves this year. One in January, which was the ovals. Then February, I did a kaleidoscope die. March is a must-haves, so I've got the rectangles for you today. April will be a kaleidoscope. May will be a must-haves. June will be a kaleidoscope, and it will go that way this whole year so that you'll end up with 6 kaleidoscope dies and 6 must-haves. Now, if you did see the first release of the ovals and you didn't get one because they sold out so fast, put me on pause. That's my pause face. Hi! Because we do have, some people placed an order and never paid for it. It happens when you choose later and choose pay later and then you don't pay for them. Well, it happens. People do that. But what that means is their loss is your gain. There are some ovals that are available. So if you didn't get an oval, pause me and go get it now because there is not a lot left. Okay, I've got winner, winner, chicken dinner to talk about. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. There's the box. I didn't notice it when my glasses were off because it's all kind of fuzzy. Put my glasses on and there's the box. Oh, nobody put Stacey in a box. It's like the cheesiest movie line ever, but everybody uses it. Okay, so winner chicken dinner from YouTube number 194, which was the Prima beautiful coloring book with the gold and the silver foil in it, and the wonderful coloring cards from Genlong and Sizzix that came with the bonus stamp set. And then we tied it all up in a nice pretty package with the Daniel Smith watercolor paints. Now these two lucky winners are going to get that Prima and Sizzix bundle, which has the free gift in it from Daniel Smith. So, holy smokes, artichokes, I think that is a winner chicken dinner. Now, I have two names, and these two people posted a nice comment on the Facebook or the YouTube that they watched, and that's how you become a winner chicken dinner. You have to post a comment on this YouTube, but of course you have to log into your YouTube account and then post your comment. Now, if you are Susan Lewis, congratulations, Susan Lewis. You are a winner chicken dinner peep here at SMS, and you've got yourself that Prima and Sizzix bundle with the free gift from Daniel Smith. But you are not alone. You have a friend. And, oh, her name is Terry, but it's spelled very unusual. I haven't ever seen this before. So everybody who has a regular spelling of Terry is going, oh. But if you spell your name Terrye, Terry? Yes, if you spell your name that way, congratulations. You may be a winner chicken dinner. The rest of your name is Foshi Hawkins. Terry Foshi Hawkins, congratulations. You and Susan have won a prize package from Scrapbooking Made Simple, including that Prima coloring book and the Genlong coloring cards and her free bonus stamp that went with it. And then the goodie from Daniel Smith, holy smokes, artichokes, that had a retail value of like $50. So congratulations. How do you claim your prize? So easy. Go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com. And at the top of our page, you'll see a link that says winner chicken dinner. You'll click that link, you'll follow the directions, and we will get your prize out to you just as quickly as possible. Prizes are sent as time permits. Dale and SMS Girl Dale and SMS Girl Kayla work on prizes every day. They send out a couple prizes every single day. So eventually it will land in your happy mail box and you will be thrilled, hopefully, with what you've received. Now, if you don't claim your prize within 30 days of this posting, of this YouTube going live, then your prize is no longer available and it goes into the pile of unclaimed prizes that we use for our anniversary sale. So don't let that happen. This is a really great prize. Okay, Susan and Terry, congratulations to you. Now, I have got the cards that, the make and take that we're doing downstairs. I've got the cards down here. I'm gonna tilt on down. We're gonna get started for today. Again, this is the March release of Simply Defined, and those are my dies and stamps, the ones that I've designed. They are limited. When they're gone unless somebody cancels their order or returns them. We do not place another order for them. We will not get them back in unless at the end of the year we're able to do a best of collection like we did in 2016. So I'm going to tilt on down. If you think you may want these, you might just want to pause and go order them and then come back to the YouTube, because sometimes by the time the YouTube is over, the product is sold out. So I'm gonna tilt on down. I'm gonna get started for today, and hopefully you've come back and you've joined me and you're gonna love everything we've got. Okay, down we go, box included. Oh my gosh, that box is driving me insane. Okay, and now the box is gone. Really? Seriously, there's no box. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? There's no box. Okay. This is the make and take that we are doing downstairs right now. Every Saturday we do a free in-store make and take, and we prep for about 100 of you. So if you are anywhere in sunny California, come on down and do it. You don't have to bring anything with you but your sunny disposition. We provide everything. So we've got it in the purple. We have it in several colors. But the package in the bow, and the happy birthday are all part of the Blow Out Your Candles Simply Defined release for March. And I hope you like it. I want to try and zoom in a little close. I'm hoping that it's catching up with me. I'm going to give it a second, and then I'm going to keep zooming in, and hopefully it catches up with me. Can you see the detail in this die? All the little dots and all the little hearts. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to cut this die because this one is definitely a little different than some of the others because I've gotten very, very detailed lately. Lots of little dots and little bits and pieces because I want them to be pretty, and I think those little details add the pretty to them. So this is the make and take for today. If you're in sunny California, come on down and see us. I think you will enjoy. But first things first, I'm going to start with our must-haves. Here they are. What are must-haves? Well, they are a set of nesting dies. Yes, absolutely they are. But they're nesting dies with a twist. First off, this is the largest die, and it is almost 6 inches by over 7 inches. It's a large die. Do you need a special machine to cut these? No, if you have a Sizzix Big Kick, a Big Shot, a Vagabond, a Sizzix Vintage machine, a Sizzix Fabby machine, awesome. You are good to go. If you have a Spellbinders Grand Caliber machine, yes, you're good to go. If you have a Tonic Tangerine, yes, you're good to go. If you just happen to be fortunate enough to have a Sizzix Plus or a Pro machine, yeah, without any question, these are smaller than that machine. But I wanted my must-haves to be able to fit a standard Sizzix Big Shot machine. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 frame dies, and these are just straight edge dies. So this is going to cut a beautiful rectangle for you. But sandwiched in between is a decor die. And this one does cute little stitches, just darling little stitches. So for every frame die you get, you also get that decor die. And they're all nested right into each other, so everything works together. Everything is meant to layer. And, oh, there's a good picture, but no box. Now down here, these are more decor dies. I have dots and I have little cross hatches. Now again, if you wanted the ovals, here's the January collection. And let me tell you, that oval is a whopping size. And you can see from the back how it has the stitching and then dots or hashes. That was January's release. Today we're going to be playing with these, and these are going to be run a little differently than the ovals, and that's why I'm going to start with them, because I want to show you how to use them. I'm going to take my largest frame, and I'm just going to put these right out of the way for right now, and I'm going to grab a piece of paper. Now this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and there's my frame. That'll give you the idea of how big it is. You could use this frame as a page for a mini album. It's big enough to do that, absolutely. You can use it for mats for your scrapbook. If you are in the UK and you want to make one of your big cards, you've got a size big enough to do it. And again, you don't need anything more than your Sizzix Big Shot machine. You don't need to have a bigger machine. I'm going to cut my paper pretty close to the size of my frame on the biggest one, because it's just going to fit our Big Shot machine by the hair of a chinny chin chin. I wanted these to be as large as I could possibly get them. Then I'm going to bring over my Big Shot machine. And this is where we're going to change things up a little bit. Normally, I use either a magnetic platform or I use the small multi-purpose platform from Sizzix. This is not included in your Big Shot or Big Kick machine. This is a separate purchase. They brought this back after being gone for a few years, and it really is a very useful tool. I use this platform 90 to 95% of my time because 90 to 95% of my dies fit on it. However, this big boy takes up almost the entire platform. There's not a lot of wiggle room. So for this die, and really this die only, I'm going to go ahead and use the platform that came with my machine, which is the extended multi-purpose platform. It's the same thing as the smaller one, just longer. And how is that going to benefit me? It gives me more room to maneuver. It gives me more room. And I want that extra room with this big die. Now I'm going to cut into. Usually I put my do not cut plate down first and have everything going this way. This time, because I want to be sure that my die lines up, I'm going to cut into. So my do not cut plate is actually going to be on my top. Kind of like if I was cutting into my magnetic platform. Now you may want to take a piece of washi tape or a post-it note and post it down so that your die doesn't move. If this was a little smaller, you could use your magnetic platform, but it's even tight on your magnetic platform. So I'm going to move that over. I think I'm just going to scooch it over just a hair bit. Ah, I scooched it over too much. Okay, let's give that a whirl and see if we, oh, and I hit it again. Stacey, my goodness gracious. All right, let's give it a whirl and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I have to recut. All right, put my do not cut plate on top. Oh, and I moved it again. Okay, it's gonna be one of those kind of nights. Now, the reason why I want to send it through with you is because I want you to hear the noise that's going to happen. It's important you know that this noise is not uncommon and you shouldn't be afraid of it. It's okay. Ready? Okay, that wasn't too awful. Let's see what it makes on this side. Okay, that's not an unusual noise. It isn't. It's because we are putting a die through that has a straight line across, and it's hitting the rollers and making that noise. Oh, yay! I lined it up perfect. Wahoo, ka-choo. Okay, so normally when we have a die that has a straight edge like this, we try to turn it on an angle and have a corner go in first. And that keeps that noise to a minimum. But because this die is so big, there is no opportunity to kind of rotate it a little bit. And you can see how much nicer it was to use my larger multi-purpose platform. It gave me space. Now, that noise that you heard, don't be afraid of it. It's going to be okay, as is your die. Your die will be just fine. I promise. Now, I've cut my main frame, but I said that there's more you can do with it. I want to cut a detail into it. So I've got a decor die. This die does not have a cutting edge on either side. It only puts the detail in. So when I lay this on top, it's a little bit smaller than my biggest die because it's going to nest right in. I'm gonna pull my post-it note over again. And this one is getting close enough to maybe move to my magnetic platform. And then I'm gonna put my do not cut plate. Oh, I moved it. I'm gonna put post-it note maybe on both sides. If I was using my magnetic platform, I wouldn't have to do this, but the die is still kind of big, just to be on the safe side, to have a little extra working room, a little post-it note, and send it on through. And again, you're gonna hear a noise. I know it sounds horrible, but trust me, it's a-okay. Roll it on through. Okay. I know it's a frightening sound, but you just have to go with it. It's all about how the die is hitting that roller. Has nothing to do with you hurting your machine or anything. Okay, so let's see what we've got. I'm gonna take my fussy tweezers and I just run it right on down, and all the little stitches pop right out. If you ever were gonna do sprinkles for the cupcake, this is a great place to get them because they're the perfect size. They look just like sprinkles. Okay. And that's what we've got. Hopefully it's zooming. That's what we've got. So cute, isn't it? This just cut the stitches in. But what if you wanted a window? Well, you can do that. Why? Because you have a whole set of nesting dies. Let's throw that piece away. I'm gonna bring this one on back over. So far I've used the largest two. But what if I wanted a window? And I wanted the window out of this size. Okay, I can bring that down. Bring this over. Now this is substantially smaller. So if you wanted to move into a magnetic platform or your original size multi-purpose platform, you absolutely can. If you wanted to start using this platform, you could. And if you had a magnetic platform, you could. The benefit of the magnetic platform is that once you put it down, your paper doesn't move. The die is on there, everything's centered, and my paper doesn't move. I'm gonna bring back over my Big Shot machine. I've got my Do Not Cut plate. I'm gonna roll it on through. You're still gonna hear that noise because I still am putting a straight edge die against that roller. Not as bad, and one roll is fine. And now I've got a frame. But I still have this piece left because it cut right out of it. Got a great frame. Now, what if I wanted to do something with this piece? And what if I wanted to add some decorator pieces? Let's say I grab this one and this one. So I've grabbed two sizes of stitched edges. Again, I can bring my magnetic platform on over. Can you see how they make the perfect sprinkles? Sprinkles, ice cream. Okay, I'm gonna line this up. I'm on my magnetic platform. I'm gonna put my second one in there. Nothing moves. And I'm gonna send it through. Now what's going to happen? It's just gonna cut that detail. That's all it's gonna do is put the detail into this rectangle. It's so cute. If I say so myself. Oh my gosh. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, I love, love, love. But, let me lay these back in so I know where they went. But what if we wanted a window in this? Okay, well, we can take this, the next size down, put it in there, and cut that. Are you getting the idea of all the options that we have? And we haven't even touched the dotty ones yet, or the little cross hatches. Look at how perfect. Come on, little magnet. Find a happy home. There we go. Look at how perfect that fits in there. And what's going to happen? It's going to cut a window right out of my paper. Send it on through. You're still going to hear a little bit of a noise, but as your dies get smaller, so does the noise. It's the worst on the biggest rectangle, and I really wanted you to hear that so you knew not to worry. Now I have got a window. But I have this piece left. What do I want to do with this piece? Well, let's do something with a dot. Let's say this one and this one. So I have the dot edges. Remember, I told you, not only do we have the stitched, we have dots and we have cross hatches. That one in so I don't lose it. Okay, so now I've got dots and I'm going to line those up where I want them. And bring my Big Shot machine on over. Put my Do Not Cut plate on top. Oh, I moved it. Put my Do Not Cut plate on top and send it on through. And this time, instead of having little stitched edges, I'm going to have dotty edges. Dotty edges. Slipped a little bit, but that's okay. Dotty edges. But what if I wanted a window cut out of this one because I want to use it for a sentiment, but I want the blue to come through? Well, then I take the smallest die that I have here, line that right up in the center, and cut. And I haven't even used the cross hatches yet. So with the must-haves, that's why I call them must-haves, because once you have them, you don't really need to get a whole lot of other rectangles or circles or, well, I have rectangles and ovals right now, but there'll be 6 shapes this year. It comes down on this set to about $1 a die. Now I've got a window with my dots around it. But what if I wanted to have a different color background? Well, let's pull this one out. This is the size frame that did this. Let's grab another color. And let's cut out a frame the exact same size as my one with the window. What am I doing? I'm adding a layer to it. So, if this was your card base or your scrapbook layout or your mixed media, and you wanted this piece But you didn't want to see the blue. You wanted it to be orange underneath. All you have to do is cut out a frame the exact same size, back it, and now you've got an orange layer. And we could cut a window out here so that you could see it would have orange all the way around on the dots, but you'd see the blue. I know, it's a lot. What I recommend when you get these is that you get some scratch paper and you just start making combinations. You just start to cut, because there's just so much that can be done. Just a world of things to be done with them. And it's all up to you. It's entirely up to you. From the biggest frames to solid backgrounds. I was playing with some in the green. Look at how cute is that in the green and the yellow, and they just line up. And then I could cut the window out like I did on this one. So super cute. So a frame, a dotty with a window, all out of the same set. Gosh, I did this one and put it on that. This is the largest rectangle. And then the next size down with the cuts in it. And then you could put that there. I mean, there's just no end to what is possible. Truly, there just isn't. And then I had the largest dotty frame. Similar to that one. Just tons to be done. And that's why we call them the must-haves. Because I think if you're a crafter, any kind of crafter, whether you be a scrapbooker, mixed media, altered art, card maker, the sizes are such that you have so many different opportunities to use them on so many different projects. Because I know when you're out there looking at dies, sometimes they're too small. Sometimes a scrapbooker is going to look at this and say, well, I really can't get much of a picture on there for a mat. But when you're looking at all of the sizes and seeing you get all of the sizes, you can then use the largest ones for your mats. There is opportunity for scrapbookers and for people who do layouts and mini albums, because again, that is a great mini album page right there. And then you could layer this one in a different color on top of it if you wanted. Elena has put together the most amazing storyboards. She had to put them on ringlets because there was just so many. So this is, these are the rectangles when you just cut them as solids. That's all these are all the solid rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 nesting rectangles. Then she put together the 9 with your stitched edge, backing it up. All the way to your very biggest with your stitched edge. Then she put together your stitched edges as frames. All the stitched edges as frames. So we took the centers out of these to make these. Then she put together just plain frames. What if you don't want the stitched edges at all? Okay, you can have just plain frames. Then it just keeps going, trust me. Then she put together your dotty solids that you can do with the cute little dots, and your dotty frames, like what I did here. And she put together your crosshatch solids and your crosshatch frames. Then she put together, just to give you an idea of what can be done. So here we have the largest rectangle with all the different sizes of stitch that are cut into it. All the different sizes of the stitching that's cut into it. And then she just did, I think, every other one to show you that if you want more of a border, you can add more of a border. Then she did it using several of the different, you've got the stitch, you've got a crosshatch right there, you've got a dotty right there, and you've got a stitched right there. And then she did them even closer. And that's not cutting out anything at all. How cute would that be as a card front and then your sentiment right there and some ribbon? And that is your card front. That is the detail. How darling is that? You get it all. You can do it all with the must-haves. And that was the idea behind them. To give you as much as I possibly could give you so that if you are on a limited budget, you only have to buy one set. This will let you do all of the cute detail that everybody's doing out there for about $1 a die on this set, a little bit more than $1 a die. 28 dies, $29.99. Yes, they are limited. Yes, there is still some ovals left. And when they're gone, they're gone. So these are the must-haves for this month, for March. And hopefully that'll give you a little help. But I think Elena did a super job on getting all of them represented. All the different types of cuts that you can do, because there's a lot. Okay, so I'm going to try and get that kind of out of my way because that's a lot. But I don't want to throw them away. The girls will kill me if I throw them away because they'll want to use them in something. And then I think I'm going to move on to my next die, which is the one that I used for the make and take this week, which is Pretty Package. I want to show you how to cut this die as well, because again, I got very detailed. You saw me zoom in. You saw there's these teeny tiny little dots and teeny tiny little hearts. And I need to show you how to use the die properly so that you get the best experience, the best cards, the best embellishments, because this is a super cute embellishment for a layout. It's 4 dies. You have the package itself. You have a shadow or a background for the package. You have a darling bow with a background for the bow. Now this die does have a cut edge on the outside. This is not a decor die, which means when I cut it, it is going to cut all the way out. And let's do that. So we grab a piece of paper. And I have got my die. This time I need to use my precision base plate. I absolutely need to use my precision base plate. So I am going to be using my standard multi-purpose platform. Does not come with your machine. Do you have to have this? No. If you use your extended multi-purpose platform, it is the exact same sandwich. Is this one handy to have? Yes. Can you put it on a wish list and mention it to somebody that, gosh, wouldn't it be nice to have that as a birthday present or a happy grandma present or a Mother's Day present or a Father's Day present? It's lovely to have because the majority of your dies will fit on it. Now this is a precision base plate and it is required for intricate dies. This die is beyond intricate. You can see I'm slowly trying to zoom so that hopefully it's staying in focus. You can see all those little dots and all those little hearts. Whatever was I thinking? I wanted it to be pretty. That's what I was thinking. So this precision base plate allows you to cut things like this. Most of my dies require a precision base plate. They do. I just like detail. So if you do not have this, it does not come with your machine. You do have to buy it separately. Also, when you're using it, if you can read the directions, you're doing it wrong. I need you to have that metal facing you. You need to be able to see the metal. That is an important thing. Now, my precision base plate has lots of cuts in it, and you can see all the little papers embedded in it. If that is bothering you, take a baby wipe and scrub it really good with a baby wipe. And a lot of that paper will come off, and a lot of the etching will fade away. It will faint away. It will come back once you add more paper, so it doesn't really bother me, but if it is bothering you, you can absolutely take a baby wipe and clean it and get some of that out, and it'll look new for a little while, but then you're gonna cut again and it's gonna end up looking like that again. Now I'm gonna take my die, my pretty package, and I'm gonna put it down on my precision base plate. So the cutting edge, the edge with the ridges, is against my paper. And I'm using my bedazzled paper. It's got this, that's what I used to the yellow. It's kind of got this shimmer and this sheen to it. I have 4 different packs of it. Cools, Jewels, Cools, Jewels, Essentials, and I think I have white. Maybe I have 5 different packages because I think we sell the white all by itself since so many people wanted it for weddings. I'm gonna bring over my Big Shot machine, and because I have got that precision base plate down, it acts as my bottom cut plate. Now all I need is another cut plate. Do not use your do not cut plate. Don't use this when you're using your precision base plate. The force of the base plate puts will kind of almost emboss your cut plate. Use your oldest, yuckiest cut plate that you have when you're using your precision base plate. I am going to tilt it ever so slightly so that I'm not hitting a straight edge against that roller and it won't make the noise. It's gonna start with my edge right here and I'm gonna send it on through. So my sandwich right now is my Sizzix multi-purpose platform, whether it be my extended or my regular size. I'm using my precision base plate and an old clear cutting pad. Now I'm going to rotate it because I want it to hit the rollers in a new and different way, which if it didn't cut through the first time, now it will cut through the second time. It's just kind of like your little guarantee that everything gets cut. That is trash. I'm gonna bring over, although I know it's not gonna do as much of a job as I want it to do, my little tool from Sizzix. It's my little roller. Kind of helps get all the little pieces out. So when I pick it up, got some of them out. You can just toss them away. And then I lose my fussy tweezers to pull out. And there we go. Okay, this is a very intricate die. Can you see all the little holes and hearts? Easiest way to get those out is to take your tweezers and just run right across them. Just go zip, 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 zip. Don't try and sit there and poke each one of them out. Just run your tweezers right across. Zip, 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 zip. Yes, it makes that noise. Zip, 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 zip. And all of those little holes are going to start coming out. I know you're thinking, Stacey, what were you thinking? I thought it would make a pretty detail. That's what I thought. That it would add that pretty, pretty detail. Okay. And then all my other little bits and pieces need to be pulled out. And I don't think I'm going to sit here and do that for you. I think you'll get the idea. And poke, poke, poke. Poke, poke, poke. Yeah. So anyway, I, by the magic of TV, have one right here that's all done. Look at that. Isn't that handy? It's like a magic the magic bake oven, the little easy bake oven. Poof, it's done. Now, I still have this die. And this die is what's going to let you put a shadow or a background to it. Whatever background that you want, whatever color you like. I like the Tiffany blue. I don't know, maybe it was because I was originally from the jewelry industry that perhaps I like the Tiffany blue. I have no Tiffany anything. I don't know what I would do with anything Tiffany, but gosh, the stores are sure pretty. Okay. This time I don't need my precision base plate. I'm gonna do a frame die, and I don't need my precision base plate. I don't want to warp my die, and the pressure on that precision base plate is such that you just might. Now, I can take my do not cut plate and put that down first, have my die ridge up, my paper face down, and my cut plate. Or I could do it the other way where my cut plate goes first, my paper, my die, and then my do not cut plate. The point is you don't want to cut into your do not cut plate if you can avoid it. Now, does it happen? Yes. Did I do it? Yes. Will I do it again? Probably. It's not the end of the world if you accidentally cut into it a few times. We're just trying to keep it as straight as can be. So when it goes through your machine, it's just easy peasy. I didn't turn it on an angle. That's why it's got the noise. All right. So now I have got my background for my package. Oh, I didn't get one of my dots out. Doop. Now I did. I've got my background for my package. Starting to be super cute, right? But now you might be saying, how do you glue this down? I agree. How do you glue this down? Because I put such fine detail in the little dots and the little hearts everywhere, Stacey tape really isn't the best option. It just isn't. A much better option is a liquid glue. Now, I have my own liquid glue. I have Stay Put adhesive. And I had to buy so many of these bottles of adhesive that, because they spelled adhesive wrong. See, there's no D. It just says adhesive. So, as long as I have my adhesive bottles, I can sell them for $3.99 when they should retail for $5. I'm sorry, $5.99. But because they spelled the label wrong, I had to buy so many of them, I have got plenty for $3.99, and you do want a liquid glue to perhaps get this down. Now you can take it and put some dots everywhere. And kind of smear it with your finger. You could take and put it on some a makeup sponge and kind of dab it everywhere, but you're going to want a nice drying liquid adhesive, something that isn't going to warp your paper and isn't going to take a year to dry. So I'm just smushing it with my finger. Then I'm going to line it up and put it on. That is going to give you, oh, I missed another dot. Okay, that's going to give you the best way, oh, and I've got a little, there we go. That's going to give you the best way to get this down without any problem. Okay, we're good. It'll take a second to dry, and then it's done. So with this die, you probably are going to want to use a liquid adhesive. And then we took, because I wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit, we took our Nouveau, the glitter accents that dry like this. We took it and just kind of dabbed it to give a little bit of zhuzh. And because it dries so fast, it literally is dry probably before your glue is. So people want to know how fast this is. Now I will tell you, we are sold out of this. I'm going to put them online and show them as available because I got off the phone with Tonic today and they're going to air freight some more over for us. But now I've added a little bit of zhuzh. And how fast does it dry? Make a line. Give it a second. Hopefully you can see it there. It's almost dry. It's dry. That's how quickly it dries. So it's not like a Stickles, and now it's on my hand. It's not like a Stickles where it's going to take you an hour or more to get it to dry. Just put it on your finger and dab, dab, dab. And it adds, it's not glittery, it's like a crystal glitter. So it doesn't have a lot of bling, it has bling. But I did want to show you how to put that down. Now, I could do the bow super quick. And let's do the bow in blue real quick, and we'll back it in white. So as long as I'm going to do it, we might as well finish it, right? So I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to grab a piece of white. And I'm going to bring my Big Shot back over. And again, I could use my magnetic platform, I could use my small multi-purpose platform, I could use my extended mount multi-purpose platform. You're going to keep your platforms completely closed. Cut plate down. Die. These are not intricate dies, so they do not need a precision base plate. And I'm going to send it on through. And there it goes. And these are fairly simple, so they don't need to be run through more than once. Just one time round is all good. Pop that one out. Pop this one out. You could have used Stacey tape on these without any problem. I'm just going to put a little bit, I can use a little bit of Stacey tape on this. What Stacey tape? It is a double-sided adhesive tape that holds just about anything and everything you could have ever imagined. From glitter and beads to paper and acetate and metal and it's affordable. It's much more affordable than a tape runner is. You can tear it with your hands like I'm showing you. You don't have to worry about it getting looped up in the tape runner. Each roll has 85 feet on it. We do the rolls in many different widths, from 1/8 of an inch all the way up to 6 inches. Put that right on there. And then put my bow on my package. So, doesn't have to be a girl package. You could have done this in guy colors and had a boy package. You could have made a present for a guy. It doesn't always have to be for a girl. And it's done. With glitter and detail, everything's there for you. Now, the last die I want to do real quick, and I've got samples to show you, tons of samples, is the cupcake die. And there's a reason I want to do the cupcake die. Oh, I am making a mess on Mr. SMS's carpet. The cupcake die on itself is a very simple die. It's intricate, but there's not a lot of pieces that you have to put together. I did give you 3 different types of candles. 3 candles. I gave you little hearts because you needed to put something at the top. I gave you a cute little bow, but people have asked, even my girls, what are these? What are these? Okay, let's cut the die really, really quick. And I'm gonna do it just out of I'll do it out of orange. Just to walk on the wild side. This is Yvette's favorite color. She's gonna kill me. Yvette does not particularly care for orange, and I love orange, and I wanted her to do this sample out of orange with orange because it's got the orange plaid in it from Lawn Fawn. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Okay. Now this is an intricate die. So again, what are we gonna need to use? Our precision base plate. Put the die down. At the same time, I'm going to cut my ribbon and bows. And maybe I will do them out of the white too, just so it's easy to see. At the same time, I'm going to cut my ribbons and bows. And these are solid dies. They're not frame dies. So you can use it with a precision base plate because they're not going to warp at all. I'm going to put my yucky plate on top of it and I'm going to send it on through. So one. I'm going to rotate this one. And I'm going to pull this one out because these are all cut. So I'm going to pull these out because these are all done. And I'm going to rotate my cupcake and send it on back just to make sure that it cut through. And all my little pieces are going to start to fall out. But again, I went a little hog wild crazy with the little dots and the little dashes and the little hearts because I really wanted it to be cute. It's got a lot. And when you're all done with it, you will appreciate how darling it is with the cutest little, it's sophisticated, but it's fun. It can be used for an adult. It doesn't have to be used for a birthday. It's a cupcake. Oh my goodness gracious. You can use it for invitations for a baby shower. So anyway, I'm not going to sit there and pop all of those bad boys out. But I am going to show you the cupcake. And again, I still have a ton of pieces to pop out. But what do these make? What do these little pieces make? What is that? Let it zoom, don't move. I've got to face it towards me or I'll never get it. What do they make? They help make up the bow. Instead of just a bow to go in front, I wanted the bow to gather. So let's pop that little piece out. I wanted the bow to look like it was going all the way around the cupcake. So that it gathered. Super cute. I mean, you could just put the bow up here, but you could also have the candles coming off the cupcake or the hearts at the top. But I wanted that bow to look like it was a finished piece. So these line up right on the little cupcake holder, the little wrapper, and then your bow sits right on top and finishes it off. So it looks complete. Oh, and of course the bow is cute. You can use the bow on anything. But I wanted to show you what those pieces are for, because I had questions, even though it does have a picture on the back. People had questions, so I thought I'd best just answer the questions. Okay, what have we done? Well, we started with the must-haves, which truly are a must-have, and all the different combinations that you can do with all the different sizes that come in that collection of dies. It is a limited collection, so if you love it, I hope you love it, then most people are wanting to collect all of the different sizes, all the different shapes, and again, there'll be 6 of them this year. There are still some ovals left, so if you love the ovals and you want to have both of them and get your collection going, then you've got the ovals and the rectangles are what's released so far. Then we talked about my pretty package die and how you're going to have to use a little bit of wet adhesive to get that bad boy down, because I added so much detail into it that using Stacey tape, not so much. And finally, we ended up with my cupcake die. And what are those weird looking things hanging off the die for? Well, they're so that you can put a bow. And of course you can use them with on any project. It doesn't have to be with the cupcake. But it just adds a little finishing touch, as opposed to just putting a bow, which is cute. The bow's cute, but I think that when you have it so it looks like the ribbon wrapped all the way around, it just finishes it off just a little bit. So that's what we worked with. I have got samples galore to show you. First thing I'm going to do is show you the storyboards so you can see the rest of the dies, because I didn't do all of the dies. Remember, these were all the sizes from the must-haves. Then we have the blow out the candles, wishing you. And what you get is wishing you a, and then the background die, happy birthday. Wishing you a happy birthday. So you can use the wishing you a, or you can just use the happy birthday. It comes with all of it. Wishing you a happy birthday. And what I want you to really take note of is that on samples that I'm going to show you, you're going to see that we've snipped out the happy birthday from around the frame and have just used the happy birthday without the frame at all. It's a beautiful size. It's lovely. It's not too big. It's not too small. And you can use it with or without the frame. So I want you to see that, but I love the wishing you happy birthday. Then we have blow out the candles, happy birthday. And this is a die and stamp set. So you have the balloons, you have the tails for the balloons, you have the background for the balloons, so you can stamp the balloons and then die cut it out. You can just stamp the balloons by themselves. You can make the cutest little, isn't that darling? So cute. And then you have happy birthday and congratulations. And even the little bows come with it. So all of that is in this one set. And remember, with the I Want It All, they come down to $10 a set if you buy the I Want It All bundle. If you buy them individually, they're $13.99, which is still, I think, a really, really, really great price. Okay, next is the cupcake. Now this one we used my glimmer sheets, simply defined glimmer sheets to do all of this. Is that so cute? That shows you the candles and the hearts, and look at the bow. All the pieces that go with the cupcake. So from this to this. And I called it sprinkles. And then we have my balloon background. This is great for guys. Honestly, it's perfect for a guy birthday card. And you'll notice that I left room in here. There's a reason I left that room, and that's coming up. Great for guys. That's an awesome guy card. As is actually, I think the balloons would also make a great guy card, depending on the colors that you do them in. And of course they all make great guy cards, frankly. I don't know when that really isn't gonna make, maybe the cake might not make the best guy. Here we have the package and the pieces that come with the package. So you can see how it's all put together. And then the cake. And again, these candles are smaller than the ones that come with the cupcake. That way you get two different sizes of candles. And it says blow out the candles. And here's your cake that you can take these and decorate with. Or you can take the candles from the cupcake or the hearts from the cupcake or the cute little bow from the cupcake, the small bow, and put it there. You just have a ton of options. And that is these two dies. The ones that I played with this one today. And here's the cake. Last but not least is the contour die. Here's the contour die. And again, this was done thinking about guys and lots of birthdays and for young people and older people and everybody. This is the contour die. So you have the words. Oh, I bent it. Oh, Elena, I'm sorry. I bent your contour die. Am I going to get it unbent? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have words that are built into it. Celebrate and happy birthday and family fun and cherish. So this is the background, and then it has a layering piece right here. And then it has all the numbers and all the shadows so that you can make it's perfect. It is made for an A2 card. It fits across an A2 card perfectly because it is a contour die. But remember my balloons? I left this space empty because these numbers fit perfectly inside that space. This is the contour die to really give you the opportunity to make something. If you do it in pastels, it's fun. If you do it in golds, it's elegant. And it can be done for 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds and 70-year-olds and 4-year-olds on the most adorable card, just depending on the paper that you use. This is my contour die, and it's not part of the bundle. This is sold separately. Okay, now let's get to some samples. The first samples that I want to show you, and here's the contour die. This fits perfectly on an A2 card. The first samples I want to show you were made using the new Lawn Fawn paper pad. So this is their new petite paper pad, and it is, I think, rainbow plaids. This is going to be on a YouTube Yummy, and I want to show you the first cards that we made with them because we did something. Well, I've showed you this one already. And then here, here's the cupcake using the rainbow plaid from Lawn Fawn. Oh, isn't that so cute? And remember I told you the contour. Here's the contour for a 16th birthday. Look at how beautiful that is. It is such a dramatic difference than using the golds and the silvers. Here it is for a 16th birthday. All done using the Lawn Fawn paper pad. Here we have my cake. And the balloons. And the package again. And the happy birthday frame. Look how cute it is on that Lawn Fawn paper. And again, I think the paper pack is called, I want to say it's Rainbow Plaids. It's Perfectly Plaid Rainbow. And last but not least, the balloons that have been embossed and then colored, die cut, and put on the card with a banner. The happy birthday was also embossed. So the balloons. The paper pad will be on sale. The Lawn Fawn paper pads will be on sale there. 15% off. There's 36 sheets of single-sided paper. And it's perfect. It's just happy and fun. Now I want to show you some of the samples the SMS Girls made. I'm going to start with Michelle. And Michelle has made a birthday card, glittery, using the balloons. She's used the must-haves rectangles for the frame. And this is Michelle. And then Michelle was into glitter. Michelle did the happy birthday here. Again, this one's in black glitter. And last but not least is Michelle's cupcake. Done with the foils, and I mean, it's just beautiful, and glitter on the background. She's got an embossed happy birthday in the back. This is Michelle. Okay, next we're going to go to Claire. So let's pull Claire on over. And I'm going to start with this one. So here's her happy birthday. But you open the card and it stands. Kind of cute, huh? So that you've got the inside, but your card, let's see if I can get it to go. Your card stands. There we go. Super cute, huh? That's Claire. And that's doing the happy birthday background. Then we also have Claire making a much more elegant happy birthday. I'm looking inside, nothing inside. This is Claire making a much more elegant happy birthday. And she used flakes. She used flakes from maybe tonic or maybe indigo blue. The foil flakes, the glitter, or not glitter flakes, the mica, gold leafing flakes. So that's Claire. Then Claire put together this card. Oh my gosh. How beautiful is this? Now you can see she's used the must-haves several times. Well, she used the must-haves on this one too. She did all of her mats out of the must-haves. She matted everything with the must-haves. So she's got the cute little stitched edging. She's got the cake. She's got the bow from the package. This bow is from the cupcake. Now that's beautiful. It's absolutely just stunning. Love this card. This is Claire. Claire also put together a birthday, 25th birthday, a black and white card. You've got, again, the must-haves used as all the matting. She's popped up the center because that's a nesting piece that gives you the availability to do the dimension. You see all the words. You've got the numbers with the shadows. And it's a happy birthday card. And it fits perfectly in A2 size card. And then Claire did this. And then there was this. Oh my gosh. Is that fabulous? She cut the balloons out of the frame and put the balloons on the side. She's got an illusion cupcake hung with fishing wire to give the illusion look of it just floating in air. Oh my gosh. Love, love, love Claire. She's got the little flowers on it. It's just darling. This is Claire. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Next, we're going to go to Elena. Now, remember, Elena does all of the storyboards. And here she's put together a beautiful 50th birthday card. How gorgeous is that? It's got a little Velcro. It's a belly band. Open it up, and you can put your sentiment in. But this is Elena, and she's used the contour die to do this. This was done with the contour die. It's so different depending on what paper you use. It can be used for any birthday. Any birthday, just depending on what you choose. She did a beautiful job. And then Elena did her shaker card. Got shakers in there with the balloons. And this is an easel card. And she just used a big piece of bling to make it an easel card. How cute is that? With the balloons as a shaker. This is Elena. And she's the one responsible for all of the storyboards. So the fact that she also makes samples too after doing all of that cutting is wonderful and so appreciated. Next we have Yvette, whose favorite color is orange. Here she's also done the balloons. So cute. And she's done this out of foil. She's done this out of my Reflections foil paper, self-adhesive, in the gold and the silver, and the gold and the red, and she's offset it just slightly to give it a shadow effect so you see both the gold and the red. And that's using the Simply Defined Reflections paper. All self-adhesive. And then look at her oh so sweet happy birthday. Is that the cutest thing ever? Oh my goodness gracious. And then I'm going to zoom in just so you can see she's got the candles all over it. And Yvette, Queen of the Bows, made her own. So this is Yvette. Next I'm going to show you Sharon. Sharon did hers. She loves my glimmer sheets. Sharon loves the glimmer sheets. She absolutely loves them. She can't use them enough. Again, all the matting that you've been seeing has all been done with my must-haves. all the mattings that you've seen. This is Sharon, and these are glimmer sheets to get that iridescence. She did the balloons and she put the glimmer sheets behind the balloons. How cute is this for a 4th birthday? And again, you've got my must-haves. You can see the iridescence. So it's white on top with the glimmer sheets underneath, just to add that pop when you kind of move it around. And then she did with the balloons. This is Sharon. Surprised she didn't do the balloons with glimmer sheets. Next we have Kathy. And remember how I told you, we took the happy birthday out of the frame? The die that has the happy birthday written right into it, we've cut it out and used it right here. And she's got the must-haves here with the little dots, and she's got the cupcake. And this is a great guy card. Perfect. Happy birthday in guy colors. And she was able to get that happy birthday out of the die that had the frame where it's built in, and she just snipped it right on out. How clever is she? This is Kathy. Then we have Kathy, and she used the contour die as a banner and then did the package as well. So this is, and you've got the 33, somebody turned 33 years old. So this is Kathy. And then we've got a layout from Kathy where she's got the cupcake and all the little hearts. All of these hearts come with the die. Here's the happy birthday. Remember the die, the card she did here? She snipped that happy birthday out of the frame to give you this card here. Look at how cute is this. Simple and easy. And she used the dies as embellishments. So that's Kathy. Next we have Doris, and I have been told I have to open every one of her cards. So here's Doris and her happy birthday. And that's in the happy birthday frame with all the must-haves going around for all the matting. Oh, and we have more must-haves on the inside. This is Doris. And then this one is Doris, and she's done the balloons, and she used reflections behind it. Simply defined reflections is behind it, making it glimmer and shimmer. She's got must-haves on the side. Open it up, and you have more must-haves. Look at how nice that finishes that off. And even though, I mean, just perfect. It's just darling. Look at that. This is Doris. Then we have this one from Doris with the cupcake. And you can see she's got the bow tied. We open it up. So it has wishing you a on the bottom. Open it up. Happy birthday. This is Doris. And then she did a layout. So you've got the contour die as the banner across the top. You've got the happy birthday that she cut out of the frame. You've got the balloons. You've got the cupcake. You've got all the little bits and pieces from the dies to add as your embellishment. And then your must-haves. All of these are done from the must-haves. All of those mats were done from the must-haves. This is Doris, and this is her layout. I said, where's Catherine? She said she didn't have a picture of Catherine to fit. I feel like you all know her daughter, Catherine, who's graduating college now. Oh my, there's Doris. Last but not least, I have Belinda. And Belinda Belinda went out of her way. How amazing is this? Oh my goodness, with the happy birthday die and the must-haves. And she's cut the must-haves for your mats down here. She used the oval must-have here. How amazing is this? This is Belinda. Oh my gosh, it's so fabulous. And then last from Belinda, and I'm not even sure how I'm going to get it in here. She made a party. Okay, so this is tissue, you know, that you open up and it makes the big flower. Then she has taken the happy birthday and she cut that out. She's got the cupcake. This is the cake. She made the cake, the dress of the girl. Oh my gosh, how, and then she cut the balloons out and have her holding the balloons. This is Belinda. And if you were having a party and you needed a centerpiece, this is Rockstar. And it was all done with paper. That's it, paper. Amazing. This is Belinda. And it is definitely a showstopper. All right, I am going to tilt on up and I'm going to say, oh, it's me, Stacey, Scrapbooking Made Simple. The box is back. Okay, where are you gonna get all of these great dies? You're gonna get them at scrapbookingmadesimple.com or come into our retail store. We are the only place that sells my dies. So if you like them, this is where you gotta shop for them. They are in limited quantity. Why are they in limited quantity? Because I can only afford to order so many. If all I carried was my product and I didn't carry anybody else's product, no Lawn Fawn, no Memory Box, no Sizzix, no Tonic, no Graphic 45, no Bo Bunny, no Doodlebug. If I didn't carry all of that other product, I could just afford to buy my product. But you want the product from the UK. You want all of the fabulous new things that are coming out. So I have to divvy up the money. And that means I can only spend so much to bring in my own product. And you know, other retailers who carry their own product generally don't have quite the assortment of other manufacturers that we have. So I know that it's hard and I really apologize, but there's a release coming every single month. So I have to, we can't go back. We can't afford it. We just can't. It has to go forward. So if you like them, then please go ahead and put your order in. If you miss out on them, please put your name on the Notify Me list. And you may have to add your name to the Notify Me list 3 or 4 times until you actually get the die. But if you keep adding your name to the Notify Me list and then you get the email, and by the time you get the email, you go and they're sold out again, put your name back on the Notify Me list. Usually the first time, maybe there's 100 people on the Notify Me list for a die. And then we get 6 in. So all 100 people will get that email at the exact same time. But there's only 6 dies. There's no way for me to tell you that. So it's the first 6 people who get online, who get them in their cart and check out first. Then they're out of stock again. Put your name back on the Notify Me list. Why? Because quite a few people will not go back and do that. So maybe there were 50 people the first time. Then the second time, maybe there's 25 people. And then we have another round of cancellations and maybe we have 6 more dies. Well, now 25 people are vying for the 6 dies. And maybe you still don't get it. Put your name back on the Notify Me list because at some point you will be the only name left. And I am almost positive that a die will become available and then it will be yours. Persistence pays off. I have learned that. So shop scrapbookingmadesimple.com. The dies will be at our everyday low price. The must-haves are at $29.99, which is a rock star price. I know companies that sell, 4 or 5 of these dies for anywhere from $19.99 to $24.99. Forget about the rest of it. So it's keeping crafting affordable because because you deserve to have a hobby that you can afford, that gives your heart happiness, and that you share with somebody else when you pass it along. All right, I'm gonna be done for the day. I'm gonna give my camera to the boys and see if they can figure out how to make that box go away. And I will see you next week. Stacey, Scrapbooking Made Simple. Bye, everybody.